What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new Create a Sim. So today I have the itch to create some new townies for Moonwood Mill, and I've also been dying for an excuse to get my hands on the brand new werewolf tool. But for like many, the early access copy came with, well, came with some special perks. For instance, the SDX drops were interfering with the werewolf interface, so you weren't able to even play around with them unless you disabled it. And then on top of that, not to like complain or anything, but then like CC and mods were also conflicting with the werewolves. It has been a freaking hoot, but hopefully now that I've got it all sorted and worked through, we are on the up and up. So I'm super excited to show you guys this family. I think what I'm gonna do is just dive straight on into their backstory so it gives you guys a better picture of who they are, and then along the way I'll tell you some other little like minor details and whatnot. So Brock and Naveh are more than just siblings. They are gifted fraternal twins. Given up for adoption by their biological parents due to this gift often seems more like a curse. Brock still struggles to accept who he is, while his sister exhausts herself daily trying to keep her brother from biting off more than he can chew. Will Brock finally learn to accept who he is, or will his anger end up forcing his only biological family member to turn their back? Now, there is a lot of pressure on Brock to get it together, but let me just first talk about him as a person. In his heart, deep down, he is a really good soul. He just has like a lot of like turmoil and just like, you know, self-acceptance issues to kind of work through. I am curious to know like which branch like Brock will take. Like, will he become a lone wolf? Will he search for the cure? Will his behavior end up getting him exiled from Moonwood Mill? Like, what's gonna happen to him? Like, there's a soft spot in my heart for him for sure. Also, I don't know, I really love like all of his outfits too, because this is a creative sim. I kind of feel like I have to talk about it, and as you guys will see a little bit later on, I did add in some of the brand new skin details. So like he'll get like a little wolf bite, and then I did actually add like a lip gash, which apparently came from Get Famous. I didn't realize that when I was using it. I only noticed it when I uploaded it to the gallery. So if you don't have Get Famous, unfortunately you won't have Brock's signature scar, but he got that from fighting Greg. Yes, let me tell you, Brock here is definitely a little bit of a troublemaker because he is having a hard time just accepting who he is, being comfortable in his own shoes. He often lashes out. He's usually raging and angry and just kind of just seeking destruction, whereas his sister Naveh, she's kind of like the calm in the storm. Not to mention, she's a part of the Moonwood Collective, and at one time Brock was too, but unfortunately his behavior got him removed from the collective, and if he doesn't clear up his act soon, he could actually get exiled from Moonwood Mill altogether. So the pressure is on for him to like find his solace, seek his peace. But I mean, I could see this being kind of a fun little dynamic to play with for sure. I was debating if I should create a home for them. You guys can like let me know in the comments down below if that would be something you'd be interested in seeing. So now we're diving into his wolf form. I haven't played with werewolves before, so technically Brock is my guinea pig. One thing that I definitely wish we had more of was like eyes, you know, like eye shades, because I feel like we should have had just a plain black one. For whatever reason, I felt like that would have probably that would have fit Brock's like character a little bit more instead of these like light brown ones. I'm debating if I wanna like, you know, pull out all of my CC working skills and make some, because these eyes just don't feel ferocious to me. I don't know, that might be just me, but can I just say how fun it is to get into like all the little paint details for the wolves. I wanted to kind of have Brock's werewolf form represent him in a way that it kind of it resembled him, but it was almost like even a darker entity. I will say that his werewolf form isn't like super duper scary, but because he does have like a scar on his face just normally from Greg, I wanted him to also have the same scar on his werewolf form. Also, if you do hear like a slight buzz in the background, it is the maintenance people doing like landscaping. It's not Tuesday, guys. It's not Tuesday. It's actually Monday, and I don't know what the heck is going on. Yesterday I tried to record and they were playing like loud music by the pool. It's fun. It's fun living in an apartment and trying to do this YouTube gig. But yeah, that's my Brocky. I love him. You guys need to let me know who you love more out of the pair, because I don't know. I always have such a soft spot for the underdog. I don't know what it is. So Naveh, oh my God, this girl, she is just absolutely breathtaking. I do change up her physical features just a little bit as I'm trying to kind of figure out what hair would fit her character best. I do have, okay, hear me out. I do have some skin defaults, and I also have some eye defaults that definitely help make them look a little bit less like, you know, like how like the Sims 3 has like its cookie cutter sim, like like all Sims 3 sims kind of look the same. There's also that default in the Sims 4, I feel. For whatever reason, I'm not gonna lie, like, these sims kind of look like that without the default skin that I use, but I'm going to link that information, like the default eyes, the default skin that I gravitate towards, in the description in case you guys want to pick those up. But I don't know, Naveh, I love her curly hair. I love her physique. She also has the werewolf bite too, which is interesting. I don't know if it happened to them when they were kids, babies, but for as long as they can remember, they've always had these scars. So for Naveh and her creative sim, I wanted to make sure that her catalog was very different from Kimber's, because Kimber's a little more edgy, you know, she's a little more like, you know, rugged, and I guess you could kind of say that Naveh is a little more straight edge, but her overall aesthetic is just a little more classy, I guess. I don't know exactly how to say it, like would it be like cottagecore? I don't even know, but I wanted an opportunity to play around with some of the other outfits that I wasn't able to play with Kimber, and it was interesting. I definitely struggled a little bit more. I feel like I have tapped out on all of the creative sim combos that I can make with just the base game and this new game pack, but I'm not gonna lie, like I love them a lot. I think these sims turned out really well. Naveh, she also gives me kind of like motherly vibes. I feel like she is so used to taking care of her brother that she feels responsible for him, and also tied because he is causing such a disturbance in the community. It's kind of putting pressure on her, and in like her being in the collective, and because, you know, in a way he does represent her and she represents the collective. It's just like this chain reaction of peer pressure that, you know, Brock's got to get it together, and I just wonder what is going to set him straight. Like, are they both going to leave Moonwood Mill together and seek the cure? Are they going to end up becoming rivals of one another? Are they going to end up turning against the collective, joining the Wild Fangs? Like, there are so many different ways that you could take this story, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like proud of that, because it's just kind of like an open-ended saga, you know what I'm saying? It's like a sandbox story. You could do anything you want with it. So we're wrapping up the last few final outerwear outfits. I love her makeup too. I typically don't play with this one lipstick that kind of just has a color on the inner of the lips, but I felt like for Naveh, like her skin tone, just that lipstick just complements it perfectly. I also did give her a cowboy hat in some of the outfits. She likes to wear hats occasionally just to kind of keep the frizziness of her curly hair down, so that was kind of fun to play around with. I don't ever put like cowboy hats on my Sims, but Naveh, she's a special being for sure. Her outerwear outfit too is definitely on the lighter side. I don't really know the like temperament of the weather in Moonwood Mill when it comes to, you know, the winter time, but if you do, let me know. So it doesn't get like super snowy. I mean, I could envision that being the case, but I really didn't know for sure, so I just kind of went with something a little kind of in the middle, a little light, a little heavy. And then both Sims do indeed have that werewolf aspiration to start them off. They aren't gonna have any skills or anything. I'm gonna let you guys again kind of take the story where you may, and you will see that Naveh, she's a romantic Sim. She's also a Sim that is focused on family, whereas I think Brock is more of a Sim that's focused on anguish and turmoil and just kind of creating havoc, I guess, or wreaking havoc rather. So it's interesting because Naveh's werewolf form and Brock's werewolf form are essentially polar opposites. One's dark, one's light. So I wanted to show that contrast in their werewolf form, and I definitely struggled a little more making like this wolf look feminine. I have a long way to go when it comes to like mastering this tool, but for my first attempt, okay, it's not too shabby, it's not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and and wrap up this create a sim here. If you guys are interested in checking out these sims, of course, they will be on the gallery at Gen 2606. And with that said, don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, seriously, in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
We are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky. We just sail with the wind that we've got, and when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers.